Alright, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is the last launch of the semester. Woo! Yeah, we're hyped. We're hyped. On career readiness, as it says up here, this is actually a brand new launch this semester. So y'all are watching the first ever presentation of this topic in the history of the CDC. We've been working really hard on this all semester to bring this to you and have it be so much fun and so not so much learning, teach you a lot. So we hope that you get as much out of it as we want you to. So quick introduction, my name's Emma. I am a sophomore in industrial engineering and English.
My name is Neil Hairston. I am a junior in mathematics with a minor in Spanish.
I'm Prem Shah. I am a senior majoring in math and statistics, graduating this semester, and I'll be working at SAS after I graduate.
So career readiness, what we want you to get from this, we're going to talk to you a little bit about the 8 different career competencies, what they mean, definitions, and kind of how to integrate them into your life plan, basically. We're going to teach you what employers are looking for, and since it's such a broad topic and everyone in this room has such a different nature, what we're really going to be doing this time, instead of standing up here and lecturing y'all like we normally do, it's going to be very discussion-based, which is why we're sitting in little groups like this. So we hope that you really get the most out of this as possible, because especially with the 3 of us being STEM majors, it's going to be really hard for us to stand up here and kind of tell you what you need to know, since everybody's perception of this is going to be very different. So with that being said, we're going to start off with an icebreaker to get everybody super comfortable in your groups. So everyone had a sticky notes and a pen. We're going to be doing a relay race. So we're going to be doing, how about teams 7 and 8 against 9 and 10?
6.
I'm sorry.
10's every year.
We're going to split you in half. Okay? So these 3 groups go to the back wall, and these 2 groups come to the front wall. And if you 2 want to join one of the groups,
Oh yeah.
to make it even,
Yeah.
Let's go!
Prem's been practicing for this. So we gave you sticky notes, and we're going to be doing a relay race. So we're going to have you write on, the first person is going to take the pad and the pen, and you're going to write down an emotion that you're feeling about career readiness. That could be, I don't know what it means, that's not an emotion, but how you're feeling about it. It could be like, I don't know, I'm nervous, I'm excited to learn about it, all these things, and you're going to run over, put it on the opposite wall, run back and pass the pad off. And you have 5 minutes, and whichever team, so y'all are going to be going back and forth this way. I guess just stick them on the window sills. So you have 5 minutes, and whichever side of the room has the most at the end wins and gets candy. Is everyone clear? You ready? You ready to run? Yes. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, run! Let's run!
Run!
Yeah! Okay, it's okay if it falls. I'll pick it up. Take your deck! I'm free now. Tag me! It's okay, I'll pick him up in the phone. Come on, it's fine.
I got you.
Let's go. You're right.
Go!
It's fine, I'll count it later. Let's go.
Doesn't matter. Keep going. No, whoever gets the most stickies on the wall wins. Here, best. Never stop.
Wait, you took the pen.
Ah, nice try. Oh, yeah, he's going. Where's he ready?
Someone else.
Yeah, let's go.
Nice thinking.
And theirs are also sticking too.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not sticking to the wall. Are we out of emotions? Has everyone run out of things to say?
Make up emotions.
Here.
I have that candy in my bag. It's
We
okay.
can stop if y'all are done with this.
Then you wouldn't have emotions.
It looks like we're about done, so we're gonna, yeah.
Couple more.
One more.
All right, we calling it?
We're calling it.
All right.
So let's count. 23.
29.
Oh,
Let's go.
pass around the candy. Good job, go team. I hope everyone's a little more comfortable with people.
Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna read off some of the things that my team shared just about career readiness. How we feel like suspense, overwhelmed, anxiety, nervous. He said hello first. He or she. Hello, nervous, overwhelmed again, hype.
Was that you?
I think a sad face with very wide nostrils, like scared sad. Oh, crying sad. Scared, nervous, happy, excited. Great, with great handwriting. That was me, by the way. Curious, excited, interested.
Okay, so some of the ones that I saw when I was picking them all off the floor, someone said jolly. I like that. I saw a lot of nervous, so I saw a lot of excited. I saw one that said not ready, but then the next one I saw said not ready yet. And I like that, because hopefully at the end of this, like that's our goal, is to get y'all ready. So I thought that set things up really nicely. Yeah. So let's move on from that. So I have a graph for you guys to look at, and so we're just going to explain this a little bit. So this was given to us by NACE, which
National Association of Colleges and Employers.
yeah, I always miss a word in there. And these are some career readiness skills that employers look for when hiring students out of college. And you know, we tend to think, oh, like we've got great communication skills, like I'm really strong in this area. And we tend to, you know, be pretty confident in ourselves, and that's a great emotion to have, is confidence. But the dark blue bar is where we view ourselves, and the light blue bar is where employers see us being in those skills. So that means the average is
Other way around.
the other way around.
So the dark blue bar is the employers,
Oh.
which is less than the light blue bar.
Oh, I was looking at it as if like this is how the strength of it. I was interpreting the graph wrong. First, bottom line is there's a huge discrepancy between where we see ourselves and where employers see us in terms of these skills that we're about to teach all about. So we're going to go through, a lot of these can be condensed down into 8 core competencies. And we're going to go through those one by one and really talk about them, dig into them, and get you guys discussing ways that you can build these skills in your everyday life, so that when you are applying for jobs, like you'll move this bar up a little bit, or down a little bit. You'll close the gap. I'm just all sorts of confused about this graph. I thought I looked at it enough.
Is it too late to sign
So anyway, Neil's gonna start us on with a conversation.
Yep. And so before we move on to the next slide, so again, Emma was talking about all these different skills that maybe define what it means to be career ready, right? So before we even move forward, one thing I want everyone in the room to do, close your eyes for me real fast. I can see if you don't. All right, so in your mind, I want you to picture what you visualize as someone who's like, what does career ready mean to you? Like, or who is somebody maybe you think of in your life, or, you know, what does a career ready person look like to you? And I'm going to give you a little second to just think about that, marinate on that a bit. All right, open your eyes. All right. So I just want to hear a few responses. What are some pictures we got in our head? What are some visualizations?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump? All right. And let me describe what you think makes him career ready for you.
He's a businessman,
Okay.
strong leader.
Okay.
He's got obviously good communication skills.
Okay.
Solid guy. He looks dressed. Always wears a tie.
All
nice
right.
suit.
So professional.
Very professional. He's got to be smart. He has billions of dollars on his businesses.
All right.
Seems pretty rich for just about anything.
All right. All right. All right. Any other thoughts? Any other qualities, traits? Somebody you can think of in your life?
I like confidence and like looking for opportunities is kind of what I call it.
Right. Okay. So good. Being open to opportunities.
Somebody speaks their mind with not the most popular opinion.
Okay. Interesting. All right. I like that.
The ability to get along and accept different kinds of people.
Right. So being able to tolerate, being aware of what their environment like that. Awesome. All right. Any other thoughts?
Acting in a professional manner, like speaking professionally.
Yeah. So like professionalism. Okay. All right. Any others? All right, awesome. So, moving on to the next slide, we have this definition given to us by the National Association of Colleges and Employers. But the definition as stated from them is the attainment and demonstration of requisite competencies that broadly prepare college graduates for a successful transition into the workplace. Felt like I just did a commercial. So I'm saying all that to say really it's being able to maintain and keep up and exemplify and show these competencies and concepts and ideas that we're going to get into in your life, in your professional career, and so on. So.
Yeah. So now we're going to look into what NACE describes as the 8 core career competencies. Now remember, these are the competencies employers deem are absolutely essential for recent college grads to succeed in the workplace. And some of you said some things that are very similar to some of the competencies. So for example, professionalism, looking nice all the time, dressing up, business casual, business professional, when maybe you don't need to be in that nice dress, right? Also being on time and whatnot. And then also communication skills, speaking what's on your mind, being open, and delivering that appropriately. Confidence, that is all about professionalism. That is all about career management, which we'll talk about later. A couple of these are some weird ones, like application information technology. We'll talk about it a little later. We'll move on to the next slide. There's actually an 8th career competency that actually just came out this semester, which is global intercultural fluency. So I forget who said this. Maybe you'll raise your hands about how I can interact with other people, right? Especially people with different cultures, being able to interact well is going to be really important. So we're going to talk about a lot of these different competencies for most of today. And also, by the way, in your career guides that hopefully most of you have, if you don't, please see Ben in the back by the end of the presentation to grab one. In your career guides, we have these 8, actually 7, because the new one came out this semester, 7 career competencies in the career guide with the definitions there that we'll talk about, just so for your reference later on.
Okay, so let's get started with our discussions. Can people call out to me what they think teamwork and collaboration means? We're going to do this for each of them, like just some general ideas. Yeah.
Working together and hearing everyone's ideas so that the team can develop and grow together.
Great. Do we have any other ideas? Pretty nice list. Okay, so I'll read out the definition and then we'll break off into our small groups. The definition is to build collaborative relationships representing diverse cultures, races, ages, genders, religions, lifestyles, and viewpoints, to work within a team structure and to negotiate and manage conflict. And so we're going to break up into our groups, the groups that we're sitting with, and we're going to discuss amongst ourselves how we're using these skills in our day-to-day life. And I'll go ahead and start us off with an example so you can see what I mean. I'm in a class right now for my major that has a semester-long group project, and we are developing, one of my friends, she's here, took this class last semester, we're developing a prototype of a new product to be marketed by the end of the semester. So it is collaboration every step of the way. We had to come together to find an idea for what we wanted to do, to design the product, to prototype the product. We're building the product right now. We have to market it when we're done with it. It's just teamwork every single step of the way. So that's one place where I'm using this skill. And does anybody have any questions, or do you want to go ahead and start talking amongst yourselves with how you're using these skills in your life and ways that you can develop them?
Talk amongst your groups.
Blow up the room.
So are you
Explosion.
anybody else in the lab? Do you use to collaborate with
A different way I think about it is collaboration.
And I know it's like collaboration is like some great possibilities. You can only do so much, or can only see so much. Having other people there to help attack
And I mean, like, it's not anything that I'm doing yet, but the expertise and knowledge is pretty much what you're doing. So it's like, if they don't know the question, they don't know.
What other places do you see you showing up in our lives?
Yeah, sometimes we don't communicate.
I like how you use that example of class teaching. Registration, we need to be able to sell that to employers. And absolutely, in a lab setting, sure. What other areas? Sure. Give me an example. What you saw. Being able to collaborate, you know there's going to be big risk. Oh yeah, totally.
Just like how you approach it. I mean, you have a certain viewpoint. You know, do you go in going, hey, let's do it this way, this is my way or the highway, or do you go in like a viewpoint or whatever? So, you know,
Well, like, it's, yeah, it is, like, you are doing that.
That's good.
Everything.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring it back together. So does anyone feel comfortable sharing their examples with the room? Great. Let's hear it.
Awesome. So my name is Jonathan Klontz. I'm in Air Force ROTC. So that's all about leadership, you know, prepared to be an officer. We get broke down in flights, you know, sometimes I'm a charter flight commander. So what that incorporates is giving my entire flight to the place that they need to be on time, dictating what they need to do, but also listening to their ideas. If someone has a better idea than me, you should be more than open to hear that. And also, you know, boosting their spirits up. One thing I like to do is in my group meeting, the group chat, is do the Charlie Flight quote of the day. So it kind of just boosts morale within the flight. Listen to everybody, make sure that you care about the people you're working for. Don't be a boss, be a leader, and lead from the front. So that's kind of what ROTC is about, and it's taught me a lot about helping other people and doing what they need to do. Because as a team, you know, you can get a lot more done than just an individual.
Just do it for the candy. This group up front actually has some great non-academic examples if you want to share that. I really liked it.
Well, I came up with locked in your bed in your dorm, because that always requires more than one person. You have to work together with that other person.
I really enjoyed that example. Does anybody have anything else they want to share? Okay, we're ready to move on to the next one then.
Alright, so problem solving and critical thinking. So it's almost, I always feel like with this word, like this competency, it's almost like just sitting right there, but how would y'all define that? Like, how would you define just problem solving and critical thinking if you had to come up with a nice little definition? What do you think about this one? John?
You know my name, thanks.
Oh, I remember.
Awesome. Alright, so problem solving / critical thinking. Very interesting aspect, something else I do in RTC. We do these group leadership projects. So I would say, you guys ever done that thing where you grab someone else's hand in a circle, you got it and done, and no one can talk? Little things like that, you know, you got to think fast on your feet. We played a little labyrinth game, and you just got to listen to ideas really quickly, and you got to be able to think quick, because most of the time, our group leadership projects are timed, so we might have 2 minutes to do this. So you got to be quick. You got to be able to listen to other people. You have to be able to think strategically.
Any other definitions?
Not really one for problem solving, but one for critical thinking.
Sure.
I would say it's something where, like, you have to take the time and the energy to think from, like, as many aspects as possible and analyze everything